For decades, the police uniform in Kenya stood for honor, for courage, for sacrifice. But now, like never before in this country's history, the uniform is getting returned.
Unafika mahali unasema mimi nimeinua mikono yangu. Nimechoka.
Not only out of shame, but also out of betrayal. Police officers are quitting. They are stepping down. They are choosing conscience over chaos. And this might be just William Ruto's fastest way of ruining this country. You see, coming from the recent chaos and protests, something seems to have snapped. The government expected that the police are going to fire, beat, silence, and kill. But for the first time, officers are refusing those orders. Take, for example, Hiram Kimathi, a brave officer stationed at Kyumbi. He was given orders to follow brutal directives, to shoot at civilians, suppress dissent, and protect power. Instead, he stood before a camera and apologized to the public saying,
I am very sorry, Kenyans. If these are the kind of readers we have, then I believe we have a problem of incompetency. We are very sorry about that.
And for that, he was abruptly transferred to a remote post, punished for having a conscience. So you ask, what was his crime? His crime was refusing to become a killer.
Chukua kijana yako peleka Todonyan. Ama uzae afike inji yangu, umpeleke huko Todonyan. And I'm saying this without any fear of anything. You are killing us left and center. And the last person you want to kill and eliminate is Hiram Kimathi. What have I done to you to deserve death?
Then comes another name, Kinsey Masinde, an officer who did follow the unspoken orders. He shot and killed a man who was selling masks at a protest. And when the dust settled, guess who stood beside him? No one.
That the DPP has instituted the charge of murder against Kinsey Baraza Masinde.
Not Ruto, not Murkomen, not Kindiki, not even Koech, just a cold courtroom, flashing cameras and silence. He stood there in the dock alone, and now he's facing murder charges. The same leaders who told police officers,
I have your back, and the ministry has your back, and the government has your back,
were suddenly missing in action.
Who will be in that court standing there to answer murder charges? Mr. Kipchumba will be in his well-guarded residence. You will be alone in that court.
The interest Kipchumba Murkomen and President William Ruto made bold declarations.
I have your back, and the ministry has your back.
This administration will stand by them.
We will stand by them. But now, under scrutiny, their words are crumbling. The courts don't recognize political promises, only facts. And the fact is, when the police pull the trigger, it is their name that is on the charge sheet, not the president's, not Murkomen's.
Who will be in that court standing there to answer murder charges? You will be alone in that court.
And the officers are learning the hard way that obedience to power will not save you from the law.
Have we not seen it? What happened to Katito? He was sung as a hero, but finally the determination of the court came out. You are not justifiable to kill even a criminal.
Police officers for the first time are beginning to realize what we've always known about politicians, that they will speak anything to protect their power and that they don't honor promises. They are liars and that they should never be trusted.
So you come on the street and tell us when they approach these stations, shoot them and you'll defend us. I'm telling you the whole truth, you are a liar. You have lied. You will not protect me. All that you will protect it is your interest. You will not protect me.
Unfortunately for some of them who trusted the politicians, now they are facing murder charges. if they are found guilty, they might be sentenced to death.
I will be sacrificed in court before a judge, and I will be sentenced to prison.
But what makes me even more sad as a Kenyan is that it doesn't stop there. The honor that was once in the police force has now totally gone away. Police officers are now even being forced to work alongside armed goons.
Look at how this country has become. This is council. This is now dangerous.
Thugs in plain clothes, sanctioned by the government, used to beat, loot, intimidate, and even kill.
William Ruto, the useless man.
This is not law enforcement. This is not policing. This is how regimes build militia.
But did you know that in Sudan, the infamous and brutal Janjaweed started as goons? Goons that used to loot shops, that used to loot homes. But then with time, a trend started emerging that these goons now turned into a militia, would go into the villages on horseback. And by the way, Janjaweed is an Arab slang that means the devil's horseback, because they usually used to come on horseback, okay?
Our national police are being reduced to foot soldiers in a private war against the public. They are not defending Kenya. They are defending political class, scared of its own people. And the history has taught us so well that this does not work. It happened in Egypt. It's now happening in Sudan.
So government used to deny. Now, ultimately, it was discovered that Omar al-Bashir was actually behind Janjaweed, and it was the government that was actually funding the goons and the militias.
Even worse, some police officers are naive enough to trust the word of politicians. Some misled officers have started threatening the public. Videos are surfacing online of police officers telling Kenyans that they can kill them and nothing will happen to them.
Sasa mimi nataka ushike hivi. Unajua ama vijana hii gava wakati inatuma majamaa wa Subaru, wanatuma watu ndio waintimidate watu. Wanatuma watu ndio watishie vijana. Lakini mimi nataka ushikanishe hivi. Ama vijana wanalan, ama vijana wanasomewa formula. Na nimekuambia nyinyi wenye mnadhani mko very safe kwa sababu mtavaa mask na mkuja na bunduki kubwa kubwa. Believe me, you are few, Kenyans are many. You are few, the youths are many. Na every day mnaendelea kuongeza anga yao. Every day mnaendelea kuongeza hasira wa Kenya. Every day mnaendelea kuonesha hawa watu kwamba mko willing kufanya Kenya ikuwa a lawless country. But believe me, the youths are going to adapt. They are going to change the formula. And when they change the formula, nyinyi wenyewe ndio mtakuwa hit most hard. Nyinyi wenyewe wenye mlioneshana it is okay for people to come in the streets wearing masks, brandishing AK-47. Mkumbuke sio nyinyi peke yake mko na bunduki. Hii Kenya watu wengi sana wako na bunduki kwa manyumba. Hii Kenya kuna vijana wengi sana wamezoea kupiga mboka na kwa manyumba wako na access ama wanaweza fikia bunduki. Kwa hivyo mkumbuke hiyo formula yenye mmeonesha wa Kenya ya kwamba unaweza vaa mask ukiwa Subaru, mfuatane msafara ya gari 10 na mkuja mkitu wa Subaru mkifanya vile mnataka. Kumbuka vijana wana adapt.
This is a symptom of deep institutional decay. A belief that law is dead and power answers to no one. This culture is dangerous because when the police start thinking like death squads, society collapses.
I say no to police brutality. I say no more to killings. I can't kill my brother.
So let us be clear. Kenyan police should never be a tool for politicians. They should never serve tribal interests or protect power at the expense of the people. Instead, we all know what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be defenders of the constitution, protectors of the weak, guardians of the public safety. That is the honor that used to come with the badge. And we, as the citizens of this country, must stand and say, we will not let this rogue regime stain the reputation of our police force.
Mtu kama huyo apigwe risasi miguu, aende hospitali, akienda kotini.
A state officer standing up and saying you can shoot people, as if people don't die from gunshot wounds. Honorable Speaker, we saw Rex Masai, the young man who was killed during the protest, was shot in the leg. So how can you tell people to shoot people in the leg as if those injuries are sustainable injuries? So, Honorable Speaker, we want to make it very clear that as a country, we have totally lost our way. And we will not have a conversation with someone telling us to wait for 2027 when he's not giving us a chance to get to 2027. He has become an existential threat for this country, and he must go as soon as possible. I thank you.
The regime thought that it could control the streets with fear. But now, even the fear is leaving the police ranks.
Chukua kijana yako peleka Todonyan. Ama uzae afike inji yangu, umpeleke huko Todonyan.
Officers are resigning, exposing the truth and saying, I did not sign up for this. And that is the beginning of the end. Because once the enforcers of tyranny start walking away, the tyranny must fall.
Bullets and guns will not be the solution. Ultimately, as has been the case with the warring Ethiopian parties today, the lasting solution can only come through political dialogue. People sitting and engaging, agreeing.
Now, as I come to an end, if you're a police officer who's watching this, please choose the people, not the politicians. Choose the constitution, not the commands. And to every Kenyan citizen out there, speak louder, protest peacefully, but also expose everything. Because this time, we are not just fighting for justice, we are fighting for the soul of the police force and the soul of our country. Subscribe.